You used a subliminal cut.
Now, quite a few subliminal cuts from some photos I made.
Okay, class, today we are going to talk about subliminal advertising.
What's that?
Scully, are you familiar with subliminal messages?
You mean like sex and ice cubes and liquor ads?
Why would anyone want this shit job?
Because it affords them other interesting opportunities.
Like splicing a single phrase of pornography into family film?
Yvonne et Miage. They keep saying that. Let me play this backwards.
Join the Navy.
They're recruiting people with subliminal messages.
Oh, what do you expect? Those bastards turned a whole generation of Americans into smokers with their damn subliminal advertising.
Subliminal advertising complete.
We end up with the fifth drive. More. More. We systematically desensitize their threshold of arousal by increasing the amount of stimuli that we deliver that is sexual or violent or gross in nature. And so the more begins with, I want more stimulation.
I mean, why are people maxed out on their credit cards? They're buying things that, you know, who knows if they need them or not. I mean, consumerism becomes a secular religion where we use certain material goods to fill holes in our souls. Any one of us can be trapped by this. I mean, I would ask anyone to look around their house at how many things that any of us have bought over the course of the last 10 years we don't use.
Simply knowing what's going on is not going to protect you from the effect. You can know perfectly well that they put this gorgeous model in an ad to get you all excited about Coors beer. The fact is, it's still going to work.
We're all consuming and acting and behaving precisely the way that they want us to.
It's what the church does, it's what monarchs did, it's what advertisers do, and you know, and the game continues.
If advertisers and corporations could be massaging our subconscious with these tactics, in what way might our own government be programming us?
You know, the idea of putting subliminal messages in ads, I don't think we need to be subliminal about the differences between our views. Subliminal messages. You talk about subliminal.
The fact is that highly sophisticated ways of incapacitating people, of terrifying them, making them anxious. Our military and our intelligence bureaus have been studying this kind of invisible weaponry for decades. I mean, it's at least as old as the Cold War.
You know, the Gulf War was interesting, the first Gulf War in the early 90s when the whole war was taking place. We were asked often, you know, are there new systems being used here? Because the way in which one of the largest armies in the world essentially gave up. I mean, it was like children in an elementary school on their first fire drill, running out of the bunkers and surrendering. And from my perspective, it looked like one of these technologies for influencing behavior had been applied, and it was the Scottish media after the war that reported on Project Solo.
Our society, largely driven in part by advertisers motivating us to consume, we end up with the fifth drive. It's more. More.
You know, the idea of putting subliminal messages in ads, I don't think we need to be subliminal about the differences between our views. Subliminal messages. You talk about subliminal.